Hello and welcome to the Daily Dominion for November 21st, 2024. We are playing with mostly Empires. I guess, okay, Empires and Dark Ages actually evenly split. Just the, I guess the cards that jumped out at me more were the Empires cards. But anyway, and there's events and landmarks. That's Empires. All right. Excuse me. So, we've got Sacrifice as our estate trasher. We're probably gonna have to get that. And then Counterfeit for copper trashing. Obviously, Sacrifice can also trash coppers. Tomb. So yeah, I mean, we would definitely want to trash anyway, but that's further encouragement. Maybe that makes Grave Robber slightly better. I don't know. There's Encampment as really the only draw, so that's going to be important. And then like we can potentially get a bunch of points from Groundskeeper. You know what we could do? Yeah, in theory, I don't really think this is what I want to be doing on this board, but in theory, we could sacrifice Phantoms and then gain them back with Grave Robber and like Silver Flood, Tomb points plus Phantom points. Like I said, I don't really think that that's actually good. And do it with Groundskeepers in play. Right, but okay, the question is, do we want to get a silver or do we want to just get an encampment? I mean, we do want to hit 5 for counterfeit. Encampment is going to be like a little bit worse at that. So I think we're going to go ahead and take a silver. I was about to say, if I know the AI, I bet it's going to get a farmer's market. And then I was like, well, how many games have I really played? But like with this to know this, and yet it's like, okay. All right, we do get an estate trash in. We definitely do not want an engineer now. We may want one later to gain encampments. But right now we want to make sure we can hit 5. I mean, we may well not hit 5, but we want to make sure we have the option. And I think as such, we could take another silver, but I think we can go ahead and start on encampments. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get the engineer, I think. I mean, the other thing we could do is take wedding. Obviously, that hurts our ability to hit 5, but it does give us a gold. A gold to combine with the encampments. And the gold will help potentially, you know, the hitting of 5. Yeah, I think I'm slightly on that over engineer right now, because like getting a bunch of encampments that we then don't keep doesn't do that much. All right, so like they got 2 encampments, but they just triggered a shuffle where they have no like gold, so they're not going to be able to keep them. Anyway, all right. Well, we can pay off our debt and still get a counterfeit, so that actually worked out pretty nicely. Oh my god. There's no encampments for me to buy. Wow. Are they going to just sit on the encampments? That would be wild. That would be wild. Well, we don't really want an engineer now if there's not any encampments to gain. I mean, we would if... there's no particular price point like we need to hit going into our next shuffle. don't know. I find it really hard to believe that they're gonna just sit on all 5 encampments. So I do kind of want this engineer. What? How? Really? And they got a plunder? What? That's wild. And now I'm punished again for getting the engineer because I don't have 5 and I don't really want anything else. Man, this has gone shockingly poorly. Okay. Okay. It's maybe fine. They're really going in for the plunder. The VP from plunder is not actually that important, honestly. Because there's so much like VP chip generation on this board. I wouldn't mind taking a farmer's market at this point. We either get to snipe points or we get a big like whatever bunch of points. We have 8 coins here. I mean, we could have 9, or I guess we could trash the gold. I don't really want to do that. What to do? We probably do want to pick up a plunder because we want to be able to hang on to our encampments. We could just trash this engineer into 2 farmers markets. I don't think that's crazy. And then I don't think I really want anything else. Oh, do we risk it with this encampment? Probably not. Wait, we have 3 encampments? How did that happen? I'm thinking about buying wedding, getting 1 more encampment keeper into the deck. I think the 3 debt is not really going to be a big deal. Would have liked to buy like another counterfeit, but okay, we can get both of the good things off the farmer's market here. That's cool. All right, do we want to go ahead and grab another counterfeit? 7 coppers in the trash. Almost all of those. That doesn't make sense. They must have been sacrificing copper, yeah, rather than playing with counterfeit. Okay, okay. We are guaranteed to see an encampment and plunder / gold next turn. I wonder if we do just go ahead and take the last plunder. But I'm also wondering about counterfeit, and I'm also wondering about grave robber and groundskeeper. Like if we take, there's some like grave grave robber synergy stuff we can do where we like counterfeit a plunder and then get it back. And top decking it actually isn't even bad because we want to keep our encampments. We can also get farmers markets back. Yeah, I think I do want a grave robber. I think I will go ahead and take one. Then the question is, what else do we want to get? We're like, we are ultimately going to want for groundskeepers for sure, but are we going to take advantage of one right now? If not, maybe we go for the counterfeit of the plunder. You know, like we don't necessarily desperately need another plunder, but yeah, I think probably the counterfeit is better. They set aside 2 more encampments? Yo. Okay. Can we C plus Y? We can. Let's go. Do we have way more money than we need to buy 2 encampments? Yes, we do. Are we going to do it anyway? Yes, we are. Alright, what did we see last turn? We saw... We didn't see any plunder? Wait, but we have 2 plunders. What's going on? What? Don't we? Do we only have 1? I could have sworn I had 2. Right, well, there's a plunder anyway. Alright. So... we only got 2 actions. I think that means we're not playing sacrifice. I'm going to take the farmer's market points. Oh, we can't grave robber the plunder on top because it's not in the trash until our action phase. I didn't think about that. I did not. We could just trash the sacrifice at this point. I don't think that would be crazy. We have 2 counterfeits. I mean, the only reason not to do it would be if we wanted to do the Phantom thing. But, like, you know, whatever. Like, we could just trash sacrifice into groundskeeper or plunder and buy the other one, whatever. I don't think it really matters. Yeah, we'll take the plunder. I guess if I only had 1 plunder, I thought I had 2. All right, let's get get our first groundskeeper, and we could take another farmer's market. The problem is that realistically, like, the AI is going to play a farmer's market and pop it, and then they're not going to be worth much. So I'm not really excited to get another one right now. We could just take nothing. We could take a sacrifice again. I don't know what it's really doing at this point, unless we're doing, like I said, the Theodem thing, which I don't really want to do. Yeah. I think we just... Does that mean we shouldn't have played the farmer's market? No, probably not. No, I think it's correct. Denied the big money thing. Okay. Oh, well. So what we can do now is grave rob something onto our deck and then draw it with Groundskeeper. If we want to just have a farmer's market in our deck, we could do that. We're gonna do this, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and just get the farmer's market back, I think. Like, yeah, it's not amazing, but I think we can take basically better advantage of this than the AI can. So, our 5 encampments. Alright, so now the question is... The AI does not have a grave robber, so we could counterfeit a plunder or a gold and then plan to get it back next turn. I think we go ahead and counterfeit the silver. It's fine to not have that in our deck. We're going to counterfeit one of these now. Probably... So 12... 17, 18, 19, or 18, 19, 20. That would suggest we go for the gold if we want to just like stuff a bunch of Groundskeepers into our deck. Maybe we take a second Grave Robber. Yeah, that probably makes sense. Alright, let's counterfeit gold and then go Grave Robber, Groundskeeper, Groundskeeper, Groundskeeper. Right. Might be approaching an opportunity to pile out soon here. In terms of what we want to Grave Robber, like we've got the gold, right? And then maybe a Groundskeeper into a province or something, and then we can gain it back next turn. The farmer's market's worth 3. We could also just take a farmer's market out of the trash and get the one that's worth 4. So we could just take farmer's market gold. Let's try to find our other encampment. Okay. So we can draw all of that. Oh, we've got another encampment. Right. Yeah, let's just keep this simple and grab farmer's market. Grab gold. Da, da, da. Now we probably... Maybe we should just counterfeit the counterfeit here and then grave rob that back next turn so that we keep our encampment keepers around. It's like... 17, 18, 19. We still get to 20 coins. Or do we have a win? We might have a win. Okay, hold on. We have 3 buys, 4, 5, 6 buys. So we don't have the buys for a win, right? 5 farmers markets and 2 groundskeepers. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, then I think we counterfeit the counterfeit, and maybe we rebuy it so that we don't have to grave robber that. I'm gonna empty the groundskeepers. And then, I mean, honestly, we don't even like necessarily want much of anything else. I guess we could like take a wedding. That like pays for itself. Take a wedding, don't take the counterfeit. Grab the counterfeit out of the trash. I mean, we'll have enough buys. And like, there's no way for them to get enough points to catch up. It probably just doesn't matter what we do. But mostly I just want to make sure that I draw. And that means not, you know, like, well, if we want to be able to pile out, we need to not return encampments. So that's like one aspect of things, right? So a wedding, you know, will enable us to, will not do too much to stop us from drawing. So I think we just do that and call it good enough. They lowered the farmers markets? I mean, I guess you're going to lose anyway, but why? I'm still confused about how I ended up with all of the encampments. Specifically, how I ended up with having 3 encampments at that one point. Like, maybe it was 4-1 rather than 5-0 when I thought it was 4-1 or whatever. Alright, there's only 4 farmers markets left. 3 buys. Like, I think we have it right now if we just grave robber for a buy, either a farmer's market or a counterfeit. Take that counterfeit. Alright, this other grave robber, I mean, doesn't, wait, there's another counterfeit in the trash? Wait, what? Oh, I'm looking at the kingdom, not the trash. Like, what? Anyway, I think this other grave robber doesn't actually do anything, but boop, 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 and we can get a province. Hooray. So I still am very curious about something. I don't understand the AI's obsession with farmers market, but that's whatever. Okay, so turn 3, they get an encampment. Turn 4, they play farmers market, they get 2 encampments. Turn 5, and then they shuffle. So they have 3 encampments at this point. Turn 5, they buy another one, they have 4 encampments. I'm like, oh my gosh, are they actually going to sit on the encampments? Turn 6, now they get a plunder and then shuffle. So now they have 4 encampments and a plunder, which is like, they could actually play the encampments and keep them, It's terrifying. Like, I think the fact that they could get the plunder here without playing any encampments is what's so like really. you have 4 encampments in your, well, okay, I guess you have 3 because you shuffled here and then you bought one, but you have 3 encampments in your deck. You have a sacrifice and 2 estates left. You have this farmer's market is worth a silver, but it's not, but you still hit plunder. Like, that was what's wild to me. Like, the odds of you hitting 5 without being able to play, without having to play any of the encampments are like not high, and that's why I wasn't like super worried about it until here. And then it's like, oh my god. But then, okay, so then they play 2 of them and set them aside. So I must have just mistracked how many there were. They played 2 of them, and I must have had 1 that I forgot or something. Then they played 2, set them aside, and then I immediately gained those 2 back. And now it's, at this point, it's 3-2, and I have at least a gold in my deck. Maybe I don't have a plunder yet, but like, I'm feeling like, yeah, they get the plunder there. I'm feeling like at this point it's like, oh, it's fine. I have the encampment advantage. And then they like end up returning the 2 encampments here, despite having 3 plunders in their deck. That's pretty unlucky for them. I think I probably was going to be ahead anyway, because they just had too many farmers markets. And also, like, weren't playing with counterfeit, which is weird. Like, sacrificing copper, it's definitely worse than counterfeit. It's like, takes an action, doesn't give you a buy, and doesn't give you as much money. Like, why would you want to do that? But I don't know. But yeah, the fact that they had to return the encampments here. Let's see. I mean, well, oh wait, oh no, wait, they played the plunders. Okay, yeah, they'd already had the 3 plunders in their deck by this point, and then they saw 2 of them. They played 2 encampments. They didn't see the other. Wait, where was the 3rd plunder then? Right, they bought 2 plunders here, and they bought 1 here. All the 2 plunders. They shuffled their deck. They played 2 plunders. Played 2 encampments. They didn't play a plunder, and then they shuffled their deck. Why would you not play the 3rd plunder? Like, how is that even possible? Like, you get a point for it. Did they just decline to play a plunder? Like, what's going on? Ah! Okay, well, whatever. All right. In any case, overall, I think, yeah, this is, I mean, a pretty common play pattern with encampment, where encampment control is really important, and sometimes it doesn't feel like you have a whole lot of control over encampment control, as it were, because it's just like pretty early on, it's pretty draw dependent. Like, later on, then I'm like, okay, I have a couple plunders, I have a couple golds, I don't have many other stop cards. Like, the odds that I don't have something to reveal are very low, and I've got all these encampments. But like, early in the game, it's very dicey, and yeah, which is why I tend to prefer when encampment is a little bit more optional. Like, there are other villages on this board, but Bandit Camp is more expensive and doesn't draw a card, and is actually draw negative with the spoils, so it's not really appealing at all here. But even if encampment were the only village, like if there was just another draw card, whether it was like a lab type thing or or even like a smithy type thing, it would just be nice to have like another option. But yeah, it worked out for me, at least. And Tomb is fun. Look at this, 49 VP, and only well, some of it came from farmers market, but not much. We got 5 from the groundskeepers for the province. We had 6. Oh no, the 6 points is that differential. I think we hopped 1 farmer's market for 4 points. So I believe we got 40 tomb points. Can that be right? Oh, no. Plunder. Okay. Well, whatever. We got a bunch of tomb points. Yeah, I wish it would tell you. But it's not going to. Oh, well. Anyway, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.